Hello. Hello. Baby, go on YouTube. Just type in Krypton. No, you don't. Are you on, babe?
Yo.
Hey, what's up?
God, Matt just shocked the shit out of me and went and bought the fucking commander deck.
God, waste of money. I gotta shut the door, babe. Go.
Oh my
Come
god,
on.
I'm gonna play my fucking guy. Excited.
Oh, hey. I'm streaming this, by the way, so don't cuss. Or, like, well, I mean, don't say, you can cuss. Actually, I'm hearing things that the Mario Kart game's not that good.
It's good. I think that it plays pretty good. Like it's better than 8, I think, and it's like feel how it feels. But I do think that I don't like how some of the tracks aren't like doing like 3 laps on the track. Like they make it to where like if you do Peach's like castle in the Grand Prix, it's like 2 of the 3 laps are like driving to Peach's castle, and then you only do 1 lap in Peach's castle.
What?
Yeah.
Which when I was playing the new mode, which is literally like knockout, where you have like 24 guys, and then like you just drive on the road through each of the courses for a lap, and then every time you do a lap, like the back like 6 people get eliminated until like somebody wins or whatever. That's awesome for that. But I just think they fucked up doing that for the Grand Prix, where they should have just had you just do 3 laps in each of the tracks. Like there's a couple where you do 3 laps, but most of them are like that, and it's like weird. I don't understand why.
Well, it's because your guy's like driving to the next map, and it's like you driving to the map is part of the map. Where if you
No,
like
I know.
start
I'm just
on
saying.
a
I think
map,
that's dumb. I think you should just do 3 laps in the place.
well, they're trying to do the whole open world thing with it.
Yeah. Put it in the regular ass Grand Prix. I think you should just do fucking 3 laps in the place. And when you time trial them, you do 3 laps in them and stuff like that. But I mean, it's not bad. It's cool. It's good. Like, let's not get twisted. It's good. It's
Well, I
all
mean,
Mario Kart
all I'm
games are
saying
good.
is like people are saying it's not worth getting a Switch right now, and then the cost
Yeah,
of
that's fair.
the Mario Kart is too much. Obviously, if you
Yeah.
get the bundle.
Yeah,
But,
I could agree to that. I
but
just got it
yeah,
because I just got it because I was afraid I wouldn't be able to get one when Metroid Prime 4 comes out.
honestly, I really want it more to play Scarlet and Violet again. I heard it looks really good. The Switch
Yeah, I heard it runs
2,
at 60 now.
yeah, I heard it looks awesome now. So
Yeah.
like I want to like get it and like replay that and like give it a second chance because I did not like it the first time. I mean it was okay, but man, it was glitchy as fuck.
Yeah.
So I definitely would like to give it a second try.
Tori, I'm a fucking faggot. I caved.
Dude, I'm streaming. Don't say things like that.
Oh.
It took us all 5 minutes to stop.
I mean, deep down,
Didn't know you were streaming.
I mean, I don't care that
It's
much.
funny.
I'm just letting you know now.
I caved and I bought a commander deck.
Yeah, you're crazy. You guys know you're gonna play that shit for like a month and you'll be done.
I agree.
No.
I think I will.
Dude, I'm not. I swear this time I'm
It's
playing
pretty
at least
cool.
further through the year.
It's a pretty cool deck, though. I got the Final Fantasy 14 deck, and you get like get all of the scions, and like like Astinian, Thancred, all of them, and you play as Justola, but she's like a super control deck, and she just counters a lot of stuff.
How many times have you and James played each other?
We had to stop because we were going to play this.
Oh my god, you're actually playing
We were,
against each
he
other?
kicked my ass. Like he destroys me.
Yeah.
I think his deck's
I
just
mean,
too
dude,
fast.
you know
for my deck.
the Final Fantasy 7 deck's gonna be the strong deck.
Well, yeah, it's just I think his deck's too quick. Like Commander's supposed to be played with 4 people, and I think that makes my deck thrive more because I have more time to set up. Because there's 4 people you're facing instead of just 1-on-1.
Yeah, you could play it with 2 people. It is a 2-player way to play it too and everything, but the regular ways, standard ways to play with 4 people.
So it's supposed to be like a free for all. In fact, me and James watched all 4 decks face each other, and the 14 deck won. Because it's like it's just one of those decks where if you get to a certain point, I don't know, man. It's still cool, man. You got like Rahatea, you got all of them. You got like some of the cards are like the Final Fantasy 14 weapons. You get
Is the Warrior of Light in it?
Huh?
Is the Warrior of Light in it?
Well, it's kind of like when you pick it's like the equipment cards are like the classes. So like you put a hero and it's like a default hero guy out, but it equips the equipment in there, like a paladin, a dark knight, and it puts that in there.
Yeah.
And they even have like this funny card that's like a raid card where you play it, and based off of how much you pay, you can either do a 4-man, which is a dungeon, or you have an 8-man and you summon like 8 tokens, and they all like can fight for it, like you're in a raid or if you're in a dungeon.
Yeah.
And they have one of my best cards are what's his name? What's his name, James? Dude from Shadowbringers villain. Emmett Selk.
Emmett Selk.
Emmett Selk's like one of my best guys. And I got the golf club guy. I got he's in it. Well, he's not in my deck, actually.
Oh, the golf club guy.
But you get like Yuri Anjay, you get like Reen, and Graha. You get Alphanaut and Alize, and they like team up together, and
Cool.
it's pretty cool. I think and the art looks cool.
All right, you guys ready? I made a lot. So hopefully there's enough to at least get through the session. I kind of did a lot of my next area. There's like, except for the final part of the next area. I feel like there's no way in fucking hell you guys are gonna make it that far tonight. I just know. But I made, I think, enough to.
Now I'm gonna try and beeline everything.
No, there's no rush. There's no rush to do that. I just feel like you're close to getting out of this area, kinda. There's still like 6 or 7 like maps to go, but for the forest, but you're kind of on the latter half. All right, so I don't even know what music to play.
Oh yeah, if you're streaming it, Corey, you might get copyrighted because you're playing this music.
Whatever. I'm not big enough. I only have 5 followers. All right, so as you guys ventured into the Witherwood, you come to find that this is kind of like the outskirts of Arvalen. By trekking through the Witherwood, you notice that this place used to be like a very vibrant forest that was run by the Druids, and this forest was from what you've heard was beautiful, vibrant, and just nothing like what you see now, which now it's twisted and corrupted and dark and evil. And there's this thing called the Watcher within the forest that is tormenting you, your mind, your body, and he's like going after your greatest fears and your weaknesses, and trying to break your mind, your will. But for the most part, you guys have seen some stuff and encountered, altered versions of like what could be or what happened prior, but made in the twisted mind or the twisted version of the Watcher. Artemis with his wife, having to relive that in a more horrific way instead. Leon, making him believe that maybe the gods don't exist or won't always answer the cry for help when somebody innocent is in need, as the child died in your arms. And James, the Red Cloaks. I don't know why I get that tied up, but the Red Cloaks looking at you to lead, even though you don't want to. But the Ashen Knights, kneel before you, looking for you to lead them and kill the Red Cloaks. And you kind of shunned away the bloodied cloak that they offered you, as you kind of drowned in the sea of corpses of your allies that you're here trying to, get a bounty for, to get them on their feet. As you kind of go through here, the illusions are playing tricks with your minds. You're seeing a lot of dead adventurers. Just darkness everywhere you turn. The forest almost moves with you or against you, letting you through certain areas, blocking you off in others. It's definitely something you've never seen before. And all this is due to Sir Kalen and the Dark Heart, a man who once was noble and good and saved the kingdom of Arvalen from a war against, evil warlocks, now twisted by the Dark Heart due to the loss of his family. And as you kind of venture through this forest, the Watcher, has tormented you more and more and finally revealed what came of the first Druid of the Woods, as he too has been corrupted by Sir Kalen and the Dark Heart, turning into a twisted version of himself, almost like a husk that's serving Sir Kalen and the Watcher. As you slayed him, almost maybe putting him out of his misery, as you now find yourselves after a tough battle within this opening, as you see a trail of blood leading forward as this nightmare of a forest continues. So let me just put a little. I guess I'll All right, what do you guys want to do?
My guy's pretty banged up, but I'll kind of look around and be like, does this place seem secure enough for us to take a moment's rest? Is I'll kind of like kneel down on one foot and down on one leg, and I'll kind of be like saying in my head, like, is this the kind of foes that I'm gonna have to take out? As I kind of like almost like, and then I sit there and I say to myself, and I'm like, Zach could have taken these guys out without even a second's thought. It's like, I got to be strong like him, and I'll try and stand up and kind of brush it off a little bit, and I'll do a second wind.
I will say everyone roll a nature check. All right, so James and Artemis, I'll say, Matt, I'll give it to you too. You all feel like if you take a rest now, there's no way you'll find solace. There's no way you would. The forest is more alive than ever.
I'm talking about a short rest, not a long rest.
I'm just saying, like, no matter what kind of rest you take, the forest is alive, and almost you just feel the Watcher watching you. You feel this unease. You feel the wind. You feel this place, the fog, everything. It's almost like the roots itself, if you stand still too long, will grab you. I'll narratively say that you will. It's not wise to rest.
All right. So I'll look at you guys and say, well, I don't think we'll get any rest here, so I think we should probably press on.
I agree. As I sort of look around at the trees.
How are you faring, Bard?
I've definitely been better, but this place doesn't seem like it's going to offer us any chance to catch our breath.
I'll kind of go over to Artemis and I'll put my hand on his shoulder and be like, you fought valiantly. He's like, just go ahead and hide behind me and this other meathead, and we'll go ahead and just block the damage for you. As I'll kind of smile.
I'll laugh and kind of go, well, I tried. The corrupted druid wouldn't let me.
I'll kind of look over to the guy that I slayed and feel that strength I had at Torm in my gauntlet. I'll be like, the gods watch over us. I can promise you that. We'll see our way through. Say, let's go ahead and track on forward.
All right.
I put my greatsword on my back and follow you.
So, as you kind of follow this blood trail through the forest, you feel the trees again begin to shift unnaturally. The branches curl downward towards you like skeletal figures. You see the mist is really growing thick now, every step you take. If you were to be having a lit torch or anything like that, it would be snuffed out by the gusts, as now they're picking up. As it's almost like the silence now. It's more like the forest now. You can hear everything, but it's like unnatural, and it feels like the forest is completely alive now. Almost like irritated or angry at you. You just feel the Watcher on you. You know his gaze is upon you. There is no hiding it. There is no roles. He's here, and he's everywhere, it feels.
Did any one of you have any magical abilities to produce light?
Good question.
I.e., does anyone have the light cantrip?
Go ahead and roll Arcana. Go ahead and roll Arcana, Artemis.
I don't.
I'm just asking if they have the light cantrip, Corey.
I feel like if you feel like the only type of light that you could really suffice through this force would be maybe a magical type of light you feel would work, but that's about it. Anything else wouldn't.
I do not.
The negatives of being a human. We don't have night vision.
I'll say this, the fog is thick, but you could see a little bit in front of you. You could see the blood
I can't
smeared,
see fucking shit in here.
but, you know, it's not like you're completely engulfed in fog.
Let's move with caution, but let's not stay long. The Watcher, he sees all.
The great eye sees all. Alright, I'll start walking.
I'll try to tell Artemis to get between me and James or Maximilian. And I'll stay behind.
Okay.
Alright, Corey, I'm walking.
Alright, so hold on real quick. I gotta make some rolls. Oh. Alright. Keep going.
I'm walking. I'm walking!
Alright, hold on. Gotta make some rolls. Alright, go ahead.
Is this tree in the way?
Yeah, it's a big tree. I mean, but I'm not, you don't have to roll to get over it.
Let's fucking take my sword out and just slash it in half.
Create the bigger obstacle for me and Leon.
I jump off and I tweak my knee.
Alright.
Actually, I don't think so. Matt's a fighter too. He's just as built as me right now.
So you guys continue onward. This is
Doesn't
kind
have
of...
his juice box yet.
So...
Now I take
Matt,
point.
Matt, when you hit level 20, Matt, you're gonna have Angry Orchard instead of apple juice to drink.
Alright, as you come into this next area, you now see the blood is just covering, like, the entire pathway. It's just like you can't even see grass anymore. Well, I guess what green or dead grass you saw is now caked in blood. As you see this hollow stump before you.
You see it, I'll definitely.
It could be a
definitely
trap.
Look over and be like, well, that's not
You want me
ominous.
to go first, or I'll keep walking?
Roll, Matt. You see blood.
Is it fresh?
I roll a medicine check and say,
Yeah, it's fresh.
blood.
I'm impressed that somebody else managed to get in through this far into the forest. Besides
Alright,
us.
so
It's the Watcher.
as you guys get here, you guys come upon a massive, like, half-collapsed tree hollow. Inside, Matt, as you peer inside, you see the bodies of 3 adventurers lied in, like, a grisly, just massacre.
Poor bastards.
Their weapons are intact. Their eyes are missing. Each face frozen in horror, while their mouth is smiling, almost as if they like died screaming, but had smile while smiling in a way. I guess. You see blood.
This is the Watcher's MO.
You feel like the blood is smeared across the inside of the hollow in like curling circular symbols. You also see a tattered journal clutched in one of their hands.
I'll pick it up and give it to Artemis.
Okay.
Hot potato.
Here you go, read this.
Boom! You're cursed.
I'll read it.
A fireball shoots out of the book into your face. You're dead.
Make yourself useful, bitch.
Here, bitch, you want to read stories? You want to hear about adventures? Here you go.
All right, Jake, it should be in your journal. It's mysterious note. Like at the very top.
Oh, there it is. Alright. As you like hot potatoes his journal at me, I'll fumble with it for a second before I like flip it open.
Read it, nerd.
Get into it. I pull out my glasses. Get 'em now.
As you sip your apple juice, read this, nerd.
We saw it again. The tall one. Always in the fog. Doesn't chase. It waits. It knows. Trying to beg to leave, but Ole said it's just the trees playing tricks. He's dead now. I think we all are. If you find this, burn the woods. Burn it.
And then suddenly, as you say that, almost like behind you, you feel a voice like dry leaves whispering from nowhere and everywhere. In this kind of like, I can't do it, but it's like a guttural kind of like talk. Like, you were warned.
Said that to Jake, to all of us.
All of you.
You warned us of nothing. All you've shown is that you're a murderer. An entity that needs to be destroyed.
Whoops, I didn't mean to do that.
Oh.
No, I swear to God, no. No. Trying to find a different song so we don't repeat it over and over again. God damn.
Oh, damn, Sephiroth's in the woods?
I guess
Ronaldo.
we'll just play this.
That was his song.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was funny. Dong.
God damn it.
You already played that song.
I know. I'm just playing something different from, like, at least that one.
Sephiroth.
Alright, what are you guys doing? You guys are literally standing in just pools of blood.
I look at the poor souls that died and just shake my head.
I mean, I said that
These poor
thing to the
bastards never
monster,
should've
did it?
came in here.
Oh, yeah, he doesn't respond. Sorry.
These poor bastards never should have came in here.
I'll kind of kneel down and say a prayer for him.
Do you still have that girl?
I thought I lost her when he teleported me.
Oh, yeah, I guess you're right.
The dead druid.
Yeah. My guy will kind of look up and look down, and I'll be like, why? Why does this world have to be so cruel? Why does there have to be so much death, so much anger and hate?
Guy looks just says, ride out with me.
What?
That was a Lord of the Rings joke. He pretty much quoted the fucking, the king guy when he was like, thought everyone was gonna die at Helm's Deep. It was like, so much death. Why is the world?
Oh.
So I look at it right out with me.
So my guy will kind of push on.
Alright.
So I'm walking with you. I'll just say the world is a cruel place, Leon. Everyone looks out for themselves.
Maybe. But I choose not to be that way. I've had people in my life, and I'll think back to like the people that helped me when I was on the run, and those that stuck their neck out for me. There's good in this world. Even if it's a little right now, it's worth fighting for.
I'm walking behind you.
Alright, well, I'll keep going.
You really believe that?
Alright, so we're in the next area.
Get some help.
As you kind of go now on the far left, as you kind of go into this area, you feel like the woods now are becoming more of like maze-like and not straightforward. Fog is still thick. It's eerie.
I walk.
Okay. So there's an exit north, east, and south. By the way.
How did we enter the forest? From the south or from the north? Or from the west?
I guess from the east. Yeah.
No, we walked from left to right first, right?
Yeah.
So
To the
from
west.
Yeah, left, the right to left, right? Yeah. So you're heading west.
No, wait. We walked from the right to the left to the first map?
Yeah. See. So you're
Oh, I
heading.
was talking about your first map in the forest itself.
Oh.
Okay, gotcha.
I
I
mean,
was like,
just you. I know the map's probably like you're heading like that way, but you're heading west into our Valen.
I think we should all three split up.
Alright, well, do you want to try up or right or down? What is your god telling you to do?
Oh.
My God tells me nothing. It is me that chooses.
I say the bard pick.
I mean, fuck Artemis, by all means. If you
I
want
look at
to,
you.
if you want to
I
indulge
look
us,
back at Leon
please.
and say, so what way are we going, Leon?
Here, read this.
Which way do you think we should go, Artemis? Quiet fuck.
I look around and I'll like wet my finger to like figure out which way the wind's going, knowing I have no idea what the fuck I'm actually doing. This is all just a show, right?
You're wearing gloves.
Yes, anyways, I say we head south.
Alright, so let's go north. Let's get.
That is a fair assumption.
Alright.
Gotta go all the way south.
Alright.
All the way down.
So. Okay, so.
I think this is one of those scenarios that Corey's just going to put us wherever he wants us to go anyways. It's an optical illusion of, like, us actually think we're picking something.
Alright. You are wrong, Matt. So,
One of us leads.
as you go south, you end up in the same kind of spot you were, but you're north.
My guy will look at Artemis and be like, "You had your chance and you failed."
Fair enough.
You had that one chance to step up and you failed. I said we go east.
All right, I bet we're gonna end up both on the left.
All right.
You're on the left.
So as you go through, you find yourself on the left.
I told you.
I'll look right at Leon and go, well.
How the turntables have turned.
You could
I
kind
told
of
you
just,
guys, you're supposed
as,
to go north. I'm just kidding.
as you kind of go here, you can hear the winds like howling, like almost laughing at you as you hear like a guttural roar of the Watcher, just pleased at seeing you struggle.
Shall we go east?
All right, turn around.
Yeah.
Right. Should we go back the way we came?
Yeah.
I'm gonna be over there. All right.
Alright, we'll just go all the way back, and then we'll just go north, and if north leads us back to south, we'll just go back, and we'll go back east.
So you guys are going left?
Yeah.
Alright, you guys solved it. Alright, so now, as you kind of go backwards, you actually solve the riddle and, are in a new spot now. Not the spot where the hollow tree was, but now a spot where you're southward. As you enter this spot, you can see 7 standing stones south of you.
I'm gonna pick up a rock and throw it in the center of that.
Okay. Go ahead and roll easy athletics, I guess, from where you're standing. See if you throw it like a puss.
You're like a
Dude, I roll fucking advantage.
I hope you roll 2 natty ones. All right, Matt. Yeah, you chuck it in there perfectly, and nothing happens.
I fucking literally like John Elway with the
Fucking
freaking
John Elway over here with the.
John Elway with the freaking vortex football.
My guy's
The
impressed with that throw.
Well.
I'll approach the stones and see if I feel any. Well, I mean,
Corey, but before
they
I'll
seem
kind of
magical.
I'm gonna. Okay.
I'll
yeah,
say,
go ahead.
James. I'll say this. I mean, since you're right on it, all the stones have like glowing. They're like glowing runes all over it. Like
Yeah, I was gonna see if they were
greenish
gonna be like.
glow.
I was gonna see if there's any kind of like cultish or like religious like inscriptions.
I guess roll religion, Matt. With investigation. James, you can roll with advantage. 'Cause
My God!
Matt, I'll say they.
Holy fuck!
It's the rune is glowing in eerie light. I'll say it's like druidic ruins. And as you look at the one right near you, it says, "Fuck, I didn't write these all down in the right order. Hold on. Give me like 2 seconds."
It's a puzzle.
It is. I gotta write these down actually. You know what? I'll just do it in order, or not in order. All right, I'm gonna say this one is. I'm just gonna put a 1 here, just to remind me that that's where it starts. And I'll hide it. All right, so as you look at that one, Matt, it says flesh.
It says flesh.
So as you see that, as the rune kind of glows, and you can kind of make out what it's saying now. I'll say the druidic symbols kind of the symbols turn to like words now, and you hear the watcher whisper, kind of whispering, filling up the air, as he says in a guttural tone, "Only one path will lead you free. The rest are death. They bleed and see. Speak the truth and still you lie. Which word shall mark the watcher's eye?"
Can you like write that in, put that in the text?
Yeah, there you go. So Matt, that stone says flesh.
This
All right.
one right here, right?
Yeah. So just start, like, say 1 o'clock. It says flesh.
Okay.
All right.
I mean-
What does 2 say?
I guess I'll just go clockwise and like.
You know what? I will do it. I'll do it like this. As you look at it, I'll just literally type it in.
Right. I would just I would walk around it clockwise.
Okay, so flesh. So lower. God damn it. Dude, why isn't it letting me pick the fucking... Alright, hold on. Flesh. This says flesh. The next one says... flame. Bone. Should have pre-wrote these.
That's bone.
Echo. Sun. Silence. And ash. All right, so yeah, as you kind of like come over and look at all the runes, it's kind of what you see, like as the druidic symbols like turn into like common kind of like text, as you see these on each one glowing like this red. I'll say it glows a red eerie glow.
What are we supposed to do? Touch them? And they send you somewhere?
I'm not, I don't know. You guys thinking?
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's silence.
All right, so why
I think
don't
it's
we?
silence because you can still be silent and speak the truth by being silent, or you could also still be lying with not speaking. Kind of means like a double meaning. The rest sound bad, except for echo.
I was between silence and echo.
Speak the truth and you still lie.
What are you gonna do, Matt?
Why the fuck do I gotta be the one to choose?
I don't know, you all have to do something. It's not like once one person does something, the other's gonna have to do it too, so.
Whatever. I'll YOLO wild card. I'll go hit silence.
Alright. Matt, hopefully this is payback. You disappear.
Well, technically I didn't. Oh. Don't act surprised, guys. I'm just gone.
Oh, Matt's gone. Oh, yeah. Oh, jeez.
Really not that puzzle. Alright, so now we're gonna just continue on.
Matt, I will text you.
I'll look at Maximus and go, well,
Fuck.
It's not
this.
silence.
He was annoying
He's
anyway.
he's either in the right place or he's dead. Who knows? Maybe he met his god.
Don't say anything, Matt.
I mean,
I guess
well,
I'll
you
just
can
look at
speak the
Maximus.
truth and still be lying. I mean, like, you know, you're just not necessarily speaking, in, you know, black and white. Like, I'm trying to put an example. Like, I could tell you it's raining, but it's not raining, but it might be raining, you know, at Universal.
Somewhere else.
Exactly.
How does that relate to one of the words out here?
Speak the truth and you still lie. So I guess that's the same kind of thing can be said about being silent.
I guess I'll look at Maximus right now and go, well, in for a penny, in for a pound, and I will also go over and grab the silent stone.
Alright. Jake, I'll text you.
Douchebags, and that's
And-
walk away.
Create a new character. Damn.
Alright, texted you, Jake. Alright, Maximus. Oh, let me make him disappear.
Maximus Decimus Aurelius.
You're going to the Shadow Realm.
You know, I watched that episode today. Yugi vs.
You
Merrick.
still lie.
It's time to
Watch your side. I mean, whatever. I'll just go with them.
Alright.
like goddamn fucking idiots.
Alright. So, you guys all teleport to a part of the forest that it's very dark, almost you can't see. By the way, James, you succeeded. So
Man, that's smart.
as that happens, the darkness almost consuming you, like the forest breathing on top of you. As that happens, you can kind of feel like the gnarled roots in the trees recede and create a forest exit as it reveals. You still feel the wind howling through the trees unnaturally, mournfully. Then you hear the Watcher's voice follow, low, guttural, everywhere. Kind of behind you now. Run, little lights. Flee to your gods, your walls, your delusions of safety. But know this, you have touched me, breathed my rot, heard my name in the marrow of your bones. I will not forget. I will sleep into your dreams, twist your joy into ash. I will turn those you love against you, and when your strength fails and your light fades, I will be there. And you will not die, heroes. You will die screaming in the dark. As the voice fades, but as you kind of exit, you still feel the trees of the Witherwood like leaning towards you, watching you, wanting to grab you in a way, like yearning for you as you exit out into an opening.
I'll look back into the woods and I'll kind of look as I feel like he's still in there. and I'll simply say, "Pray the day never comes where we face one another," and I'll walk out.
He goes, "What, bitch?" It comes out of the forest.
So if you
I'm
fail,
already. Let me take a short rest.
I guess I won't tell you because I might still have it happen maybe later down the road. But you guys avoided being cursed. But I won't tell you what it was. Anyway, so I'll say you guys. I'm just gonna show you this for now until we get to the next part. You guys are now kind of outside of the Witherwood, into a big opening. Let me change the music a little bit. No. I mean, I don't know what to play, but I want to play the fucking one song like when you're out in the open, like in Final Fantasy VII. I don't know if I have that though. Oh well. What is this?
Hey, you play in the fucking mountains?
I'll play this. I'll play this. Fuck it. Okay, so you guys now exited the Witherwood, and you are now officially, like, although it's part of the Kingdom of Arvalen, but you are now in the country proper as you kind of, like, come out to this opening. You see, like, just vast hills and valleys, mountains in the distance. You see clouds as dark as possible, no light shining through. You just see darkness, shadows. The grass is dead and withered. The trees, you know, it's like they have no nutrition. There's no like animals you see roaming about really. It's just very silent and just very not at like Witherwood crazy, but it just feels just everything here is just dead. Oh, it feels. Off into the distance, though, I will say you see very, very far off over here what looks to be a big castle or city or village or whatever. It does look like the only light that you could see off in the distance is surrounding that little that big castle in the city itself. But it is like days and days away, it looks like. But you look to find yourself in an area where you feel like you could rest, as it is late, and you feel like the Watcher isn't upon you, watching you anymore. You feel eerie and sad darkness type shit, like I said, but you feel like you could get a long rest here if you set up camp, maybe kept a close eye on things, but you feel like it's safe. What are you doing?
Well, now that we're out, I'm definitely gonna like almost fall back on my ass. So just now that like the tension's faded just enough where like I'm letting the exhaustion catch up to me. You know, just kind of look at the two warriors and, you know, with me and just go, yeah, you know, definitely not quite cut out for this just yet, but I'll get there.
Well,
Do you need to
I
rest?
think
I you know, definitely probably need a breather.
I mean, I would say it's
Yeah.
it's getting late anyway. You know, it is. I know it's dark and stuff like, but it does feel dark. You know, even though this land doesn't really have much light anymore. put you here. I'm gonna kind of throw you on there. So you guys, I'll just narratively say you set up camp in this opening. Got a fire going, get some wood as you kind of relax. Take a breather as you now see the kingdom before you. Is every bit as dark as what you heard. What do you guys want to talk about or do?
I mean, I'll, after I gathered wood out of the forest and stuff, I'll come and plop it down by the fire, and then I'll, take my greatsword off my back and lean it against, something and sit on one of these stumps in front of the fire and eat.
Alright. Sorry, I'm moving your guy on there. Okay. Artemis, Leon.
I will also just kind of move to a stump. Just again, I'm exhausted. I'm beat. I'm sitting at below half health, so I'm not doing so great at the moment. But I will engage in some small talk. Just trying to figure out more about the companions I'm traveling with. Because obviously I didn't see anything that happened to them in the in the woods either, so their backstories to me are still a mystery, so to speak. Just,
Okay.
So
where'd you guys come from?
I come from the Temple of the Triad. I'll doing my pilgrimage to become a paladin of Torm and the Triad themselves. I grew up on the continent of Gaia.
I'm from Eoeoeoeoe, from here. Take a big bite of, venison from the deer I hunted.
What about you, Artemis?
I'll look up. Yeah. While I still haven't picked a spot, I'll have to look at the map and actually pick a spot to be from at some point. But
I'm from blankety blank.
right. I'll tell
You no way. You're from there.
I'll tell these guys that I used to be a blacksmith, but somebody saw something in me, helped me get into a bardic college. So I kind of gave up blacksmithing to go around and collect stories and try and create a story that can be told throughout time. Kind of cement my name in history, if you will.
Blacksmith that chose to quill. Interesting.
I take a big bite of the meat and I look at you and I say, so are you gonna write a story about that forest?
I will. I don't know if it'll be part of. Hopefully, it'll be part of a grander story. We will be able, hopefully, I'll live through this adventure to, be able to tell it. And, how we return the woods back to what they once were. But we're still in the middle of this one. It'll be interesting to see the outcome.
I love how we use skulls and bones to prop this fireplace right.
I actually didn't even notice that when I put it there.
It's probably a fireplace token for a orc camp or something.
Yeah.
So I'll look at you, Leon, as I'm eating, and I say, so why do you want to be a paladin, Leon? I take another bite.
It's a good question. I think once I become one, I'll truly understand why. But I guess the surface level answer is I found a meaning in life. I found the joy of life, and for once I didn't look at death as the only solution for my situations that I've been in, and that people deserve a chance to live a comfortable life and not have something impede that. And if I could stop people from not being able to live and die of old age instead of dying by some riffraffs or a troubled king or a tyrant, then I feel like that, I could find some comfort in this life that we have.
No, I'll give you some advice. Be careful of organizations and symbols and logos, especially those that you think are supposed to be just.
Well, I could say this. Even after all the things I've seen, back when I was younger, I used to fight with anger and hate, fight to survive. But as I kind of feel my gauntlet, I'm starting to feel that my reasons for swinging my blade has shifted. It feels that it's more for protection, to save and help people, not to hurt people. It's still strong. I still swing true, but my reasons and my actions for why I swing feel different. It's odd. I've never been that way. I've always thought like a fighter, like a killer, to survive. But now it's different. I can't put it into words.
I will, I'll definitely, I'll smile and kind of just lay on the paladin. I like it. Got got a good ring to it. I hope I can see what you become. I think it might
Dramatic
make for a
irony.
good story.
I'd be happy to I hope I get to hear some of those tales later on. So what made you stop being a blacksmith? Is it just that you simply wanted to, tell stories more, or you felt like that your era of blacksmithing came to an end and you just, on a whim, decided to move on?
I will, at that question, I'll definitely kind of look down at, my journal, with this solemn expression and a faint smile, and just... When I was a blacksmith, it was easy, it was simple, and I enjoyed it. I enjoyed working with my hands and being able to create something that way, but I don't know if it ever brought joy to anybody or anything, really. But, through happenstance, I started telling stories from some of the adventurers I met, and I noticed it brought joy. And, after some other things happened in my life, I decided I'd want to go around and spread that joy instead. I closed up shop, and here I am.
Well, that's good. I'm happy you were able to find a new calling, and I hope that you can live through and have a fulfilling life. I can see great potential in you. Potential that's yet to surface. As I can see, Artemis is a relatively young guy like me, and I can even see Maximus is young. What about you, wandering fighter? What drives you? Surely you're not only here just to collect a paycheck. I think there's more to you that you don't wish to tell, and I don't mean to pry, but
I have people that depend on me. The other Red Cloaks, we need money. They're on the run from everything that's happened in Eorzea. This is a big payday that'll set them up and put them where they need to be, so they can move comfortably again.
do I know about the Red Cloaks? And all this shit he's talking about, Corey?
Roll history with disadvantage. No, you don't know shit.
So as James says all those cunning words, I almost feel like a nick on my shoulder of like all the edge that just got like lashed at me.
Oh, it's coming out. You guys are all the happy-go-lucky. I just want to make people feel good, and my guy's eating his food like Jesus Christ. The fuck are these guys?
And not to, I guess, Corey, would I have maybe heard of the Red Cloaks and just part of my travel?
Yeah, go ahead. Disadvantage though.
Okay.
I'll say yeah, as you kind of like I guess especially you since you're a bard. You've been to a couple taverns here and there and you heard of some type of tragedy that involved Red Cloaks and Grey Knights and like how the leader was killed and they're on the run and stuff. I would say that's all I'll give you. But it was an ambush.
Yeah, I mean, I'll say just out of respect, though, for seeing that Maximus doesn't really seem to want to talk just yet, that I'll keep my mouth shut.
You know them to be like a small mercenary group.
Yeah.
But I would say you never really met one. Yep.
Oh, that's fair.
I mean, whatever. This is probably the best time as ever to like have these gay talks. So I'll look at you, Leon, and I'll say, I'll sort of sigh and put my food down and say the reason I'm apprehensive on, organizations like Paladins and the Triad and all is because when I was younger, I joined one. The Ashen Knights. Maybe you've heard of them from these parts, maybe you haven't. But they're a group of Templars that hunt evil wizards and people who use magic for the wrong reasons and take care of them, remove them, things of that nature. I found out the hard way that that organization was nowhere near as good as they claimed to be. So I left them. Now I'm a merc again. You don't have to feel pity for it or anything like that, but what I'm saying is just trust yourself and what you think is right. And don't blindly follow the shield or the symbol just because it claims to be something.
Damn.
My guy will look down at the shield and be like, this shield, this way of life, it saved me. It saved me from a dark past that still haunts me to this day. It's like I may not look it, and I may seem jovial in your eyes, but I come from a kingdom called Wereth in Gaia, and I'm wanted there. I was framed by the general who swore that I tried to kill him in his sleep because of his jealousy of me and my friend Zach. Now I look for him, and I find new meaning in life. I was just some punk kid on the streets trying to survive who decided to say, hey, I'll join the soldiers, fight for my kingdom, only to get banished by it, and now a wanted man. But you know what helped me more than anything, more than any god, more than any kind of justice you want to call it? Said I was in a small town, not far out of that, could have easily made a handsome bounty off of me, turned me back to Wereth, but they nursed me home. They nursed me back to health, and before I knew it was overran by demons, and I couldn't do a thing about it. But then I saw a man who fought with just and true cause, slay these demons and save what he could of the town. So I can tell you this, and I can see it in your eyes, wandering soldier, that you've seen a lot of death and dismay. But there's good in this world. It may sound a little cheesy for me to say it, and maybe you don't fully believe it. Some way down the line, you're going to realize that there is something worth fighting for in this world. You just got to find it, like I did.
Honestly, I think my character would respect your background for being like similar to what he went through. So when you tell him all that about what happened to you, Wereth and stuff like that, and say I have ran into similar woes. The group that I joined, when I was in their ranks, we marched on a small town. Supposedly the leader of that town was using black magic to control the townspeople. When we arrived, we found out that wasn't the case, and that the leader of the town was just a normal citizen doing his job. And we found the Red Cloaks and my father defending that village. My commanding officer ordered us to attack the village anyway, and I refused. So he dishonored me and attacked me, and then fought my father and the other Red Cloaks, and killed him. So I ran with the Red Cloaks and left. And now I'm dishonored in these lands for not doing my duty. But my duty was to defend the towns in this the kingdom of Eorzea against dark magic and dark wizards, and there were none. Not everybody in the Ashen Knights is bad, but some above that have power make them that way. And the Red Cloaks are all that I had that did right by me. So I do this job to try to set them on their feet, and to do it for my father.
You've ever heard of, you've spoken to me about my god. And I'll say this, and I'm sure you've read this many times in your books, Bard. Artemis. I don't know why I call you Bard. I'm calling him Wandering Fighter, but anyways, Artemis, I'm sure you've heard of him. Torm, the god of justice. Perhaps you should look more into his teachings. Perhaps you should walk, maybe his path can show you a true justice too, if that's what you seek. See, as like I said, I've been affected by tyranny. I've seen what people with power can do, and I wish to fight against that. That's what Torm stands for. That's why I follow him in the triad.
I don't doubt your God and what they stand for. That's not if you think that you misunderstand me. I only doubt the people that are in power, and that control the paladins and whatnot. From experience. Everything that has too much power gets corrupted in some way. I hope you find solace, and I hope that you go out into the world to make a difference and use the powers that you'll gain for good. But I don't know what path I'll follow and how that's going to end up for me. But for now, I know I'm going to secure my friends' future and allow them to be.
We can't change what other people think or feel. No matter where you look, there will always be corruption, even in the religions that people follow. Always someone to abuse others, but it's for us to keep those people in check and to make sure that we do what's right. But I kind of laugh and I'll be like, Jesus, I already sound like an old man scorning kids on like what's right and wrong. I could tell by both of you just looking at you that you guys know what's right. So I'll stop my preaching over here. But anyways, it's probably getting late and we probably need as much rest as we can get.
I will, before we take a rest, though, I'll kind of look at Leon. You know, from the way you talk, Leon, I can tell you'll be a shining beacon of light for those in need in the future. I have faith that your justice and your righteousness will be one that guides those on the correct path. Maximus, you know, your weariness to trust powers, I think will serve you well in the future. You know, you've seen the corruption that can happen from organizations, but I think you still also understand what is right and wrong. You guys will both be very powerful in your own respective rights. And I will ask to inspect your shield, Leon, and your greatsword, Maximus. And I would like to use enhanced defense on Leon's shield, which gives it a +1 to his armor class, and enhanced weapon on Maximus's greatsword to give it a +1 to attack and damage.
Oh, that's clutch.
What is that, spell?
They are my artificer abilities. I can only have 2 of them active at a time, and since my homunculus died, those are the 2 I'm gonna go for.
It's not like concentration or anything. It's just if you do it, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I can stop it at any time.
Yeah. Okay.
Obviously,
Yeah.
once we part ways, I will reduce it.
Yeah. Gotcha.
I can only have those 2 active.
Okay. You get a +1 defense AC mat and +1 sword swing or damage. So as you guys, I mean, is there anything else you want to say?
I'll just look at what he did for my sword, and I'll.
Oh, can I only do one
You're a
of them
skilled
right now?
blacksmith.
Yeah, I can do 2. Give me a second. Let me just double check it. I can only do 1. Unfortunately, I'm going to enhance the defense. But I'm pretty sure I can have 2 of them active. Give me 1 second. Yeah, I can have 2 active at a time. So.
All right, cool. All right. So, as you guys go to sleep, I'll say you guys level up to level 6. Do you want to take like 10 minutes to like work on your guys real quick? You can. Before we go on to the next section.
Add +1 to the sword.
Alright, how do I do that? Let me...
So yeah, just take a little bit. Work on your gas.
Guess I'll do.
I don't think I need to work on anything. I think it just automatically applies because I made him to level 10 before.
I don't know.
Where do I go to builder? Is that what I'm doing?
Yeah, there's a level up button that's beneath your guy. So it should just take you
Oh.
right to it with your picture.
Perfect. Yep, saw it. Thank you.
Do I get an ability score improvement?
Except it isn't. Oh, there it is. Nope. Come on. Why is this being so finicky?
Cool, I get Grey Weapon Master back. Alright, cool. It just automatically plugged it in. Cool, I don't have to do anything.
Oh my god. Alright. This is... Try it again.
Oh, there we go.
Oh my god.
There we go.
Alright. I might have to back out and... Yep, it keeps kicking me out of the builder. Won't let me level up. Hold on.
Turn on
Oh my god.
Heavy Weapon Master. Make sure it rolls.
Do not.
It's not working.
Yep.
Yeah, hold on one second. Rachel's talking, so give me 1 sec.
Yeah, that's really shit roll. Then again, I can't even roll that. I'm supposed to re-roll those. Right there, I'm supposed to be 3, so it's supposed to be 6 plus 7. Right, yeah, that's how it works. 1, so 5, 6, 7, 8 plus 7. I wish it would just automatically tally that. The fucking can't roll less than a 3. But I get the crit move back, or the kill move thing, so now if I kill something I can get another attack. It got better at level 6. No. Still the same. Got a little more health though.
Oh, whoops, that's the fucking wrong one.
Well, that's cool. At least though I leveled my guy down. It like saved everything I built for him at the other level, so you just level him up and it just auto puts it all in. Makes me feel like I should just build on my characters to 20 and then just leave it. Leave it. I don't have to worry about it anymore. I'm gonna grab a water real fast.
What feature do I go with?
Yeah, that's the. What's my ability improvement score now?
Do I go with message or minor illusion?
Oh,
Message.
message or minor illusion's pretty good. Message can be good
for
too.
spells.
I get a cantrip.
Inner illusion is great for like sneaking around and shit like that.
I can go
Can, like-
light. I can do dancing lights. I can. Prestidigitation. How useful that is right now, but
For a good cantrip, I mean, do you have Mage Hand?
yes, I have Mage Hand. I have Vicious Mockery.
Do you have Firebolt?
Yep.
I don't think you can go wrong with light or with prestidigitation for like a utility.
I mean, since you're
cantrip.
human, I'd say light is pretty good for you.
Okay.
Because you don't have dark vision.
God.
But you also could just use a torch. It's up to you.
Oh my god. This is gonna piss me off. Just save. Stop deselecting shit.
Oh, Jake, go all the way over. I don't know if you've been doing that, but I was backing out and it wasn't leveling up, so just keep clicking on the bottom right all the way over.
No.
Like,
I click on light, it tells me I know it, and then 3 seconds later it tells me it just deselects it for me.
it's doing
is
that
not-
thing where it's like freaking out. Yeah.
Yeah. And then as for spells, second level spells, let's see here. What do I got? I got detect. Okay, this is gonna really piss me off. So fucking difficult.
Seven's a big level
Spells.
for me.
Second level spells. Let's see here. Uh,
Next level, I'll be able to use my attack cantrips and stuff as an attack. Is one of my attacks.
You guys know when you guys are done.
yeah. Well, this rate I'll be done in 4 to 6 hours. It keeps like I can't even see all the spells because it keeps resetting before I can even get to the bottom of the.
I'll be honest, I don't even know how to help you on that.
Yeah, it's just the fucking-
Maybe try using the builder for the character in your vault instead of in the game. Cause it translates like everything. Like when you mess with them on there, and you have the character loaded into the games, it like automatically adjusts it.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I messed with my guy in, like changed his picture for a better version of it that I created in the vault, and then when I came into the game, the picture was changed in here. So whatever you fuck with out there, changes in here.
Alright. Cool. Does not, for some reason, doesn't want to give me the option to edit the character here in my vault. I think there it is. I can copy character, I can add character to game. Can I do anything here? I do not have permission to view that character. Alright, let's just go back in the game. Jesus Christ, this is annoying. I might just select whatever spell I see first just to move the fuck on.
I mean, if you want to just like have it written out and then use 5e tools to like you pull it up. I don't know.
You're just adding the light cantrip to your guy? And your level 2
No,
spell?
I just need to add a. I need to add a level 2 spell, and that's it. I just don't know. I can't see all the level 2 spells, so I don't know what spell. I mean, I guess I could look up on 5e tools good level 2 spells.
Did you, when you originally built your guy, how far did you build him to?
Well, the first guy I built was the level 12 for Matt's story. Where did you send that to me?
Does he already have the spell selected? Like with my character? Maybe that's why it's like kicking you out of picking it, because maybe you already are at the max selected or some shit like that. I don't know.
It tells me I need to select a level 2 spell, so.
Okay.
Alright. Color-wise, what did they say? Blue's fantastic options, okay. Alright, so let's see here. Aid. Invisibility. Let's see here. It says suggestion, invisibility, or aid are the three. Oh, you know what? Yeah, I might. 8 casting times allowed to be used in combat, which is unusual, but offers an.
Oh man, I fucking got a deal for this cloud card on eBay, that's for sure. It's going up. It's like fucking $102 now for foil.
Use
I
up to
got
3
for
characters
65.
within range. Each target's hit points maximum current hit points increased by
Still.
5 for the duration. Verbal. Oh, okay. Well, I guess I'm gonna select aid. If it'll let me select aid. Select aid. I swear to God, I'll fight you, game. Ah! Saved. Let's go.
All right, ready?
Review character. Build character. And... yes, I think I'm ready. Finally. Jesus Christ. That was an ordeal.
All right. Let's see. What's this?
Oh. Oh. I guess that's alright.
All right, so here we go. You guys ready?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so as the Witherwood fades behind you, and the land of Arvalen stretches forth like a wound beneath gray skies, you approach a giant fortress built into a cliff face like a grim cathedral of stone. The fortress towers 50 feet high, and you see an archway with a gate that has an engraving with scenes of what looks to be a war. The walls are cracked but not fallen. You can see withered banners flutter in the wind, white sunbursts on blue. The air is unnaturally still, as though the fortress waits. So, that's kind of what you see.
Well, so just before, this is the homunculus is dead, Corey. If you want to get rid of it,
All right.
I can't.
So,
sorry, just real quick,
Go
Corey.
ahead.
I would say before we left camp,
okay.
I cast aid on us,
Sure.
which I'll just throw it out there.
Okay. Nice. All right. Yeah, y'all get 5 temporary hit points.
For 8 hours.
Okay.
At least that's
Hit point
lasts.
maximum and current hit points increase by 5.
So it's, I guess maybe you don't get temporary. I think it's your hit point, your actual hit points. Okay. So as you guys come here, you kind of see this. It's called a freeze. It's pretty much this arch that you see here, and this arch looks like it's telling a story of a war. Let me see. So go ahead and roll. Go ahead and roll a Arcana or History check.
Oh, fucking shit. Damn, I'm proficient in this too. One time I get a history roll and I blow it.
It doesn't matter. It's the same for me. I guess I'll roll Arcana just to be different.
Nice. Okay, perfect. Jake, as you kind of look at this archway, this frieze, it's again a story that starts from left to right, all the way from around the corner. This vignette represents. It looks like it's representing the Dawn Wars, and the man that you see here, you would, I guess, put together could be Kalen, as he was looked at as like a hero here, and it looks like it's like almost seven panels that go throughout this archway that show different I guess times throughout the war. You feel, however, something feels off about the picture or the frieze. It looks like things are misaligned and the gestures look a little too perfect. Go ahead and roll investigation. You can all roll this.
I don't know if it matters, but my passive investigation's a 14.
Okay. All right, so Jake, you, I guess still on you. You notice that the seventh panel, it looks like Kalen is striking, what you would believe to be Kalen, is striking down a monstrous warlock But you notice this is only on this panel, that the Warlock's face is worn smooth. And it looks like there's chisel marks to suggest that there was deliberately an alteration. You also read beneath that specific panel, it says, he slew not only the enemy, but the king who betrayed their kingdom. To your right, you do notice, like, okay, picture this, like, I know James and Matt at least played Final Fantasy 14, but picture like those like wandering spirits like in Emerald, those big tall fucks that just kind of wander mindlessly. They don't look like to be hostile, this thing. I'll say you can't see through the gate either. Like, at this moment, so player knowledge versus character knowledge, but this spirit over here just seems to be wandering mindlessly without, it's not bothering you, it's not doing anything, it's kind of just pacing around that area. So I'll just so you're not like whipping out your soul swords trying to fucking do shit.
Gotcha. It doesn't feel hostile, doesn't look hostile, just there.
I will say that sorry, I have a lot of notes. I will say, like, below each panel, they also have inscriptions below them. So I'm going to just kind of go over at the top, it kind of... Hold on. It says, like, the 7 victories as the frieze, like, kind of above the frieze. And it says it says the siege, the first one. Hold on, god damn it. Okay, so the first one you see panel, it says the siege of Blackfire, and you can see a man you would believe to be Kalen leading a charge up a molten slope to slay what looks to be a giant, a fire giant warlord. And the inscription below says, with dawn blade high, he broke the fire's heart. The second panel says, the weeping sky, as you now see Kalen rallying villagers beneath a thunderstorm, striking down a stormcaller witch. The inscription says, his shield shone brighter than any lightning. The third one, just pay attention, this is a puzzle. The third one says the Bone March. Kalen leads a small force against the skeletal horde. The inscription says, where bones marched, he sowed peace. The fourth one, it says the Hollow Pact. You could see Kalen slaying a bloodlord who tries to lure him into like necromantic bargains. Well, look, that's kind of what the story looks to be telling. The inscription says temptation met only steel. The fifth one is called Sunken Grief. You can see Kalen drive into a lake to destroy a siren, drawing souls to drown. The inscription says, in stillness he shattered sorrow. 6-1, the Thorns of Morningdale. It looks like Kalen rescues refugees trapped by corrupted druids and blighted beasts. The inscription says he walked through thorns and bore no scar. Now, the 7th one, the panel shows Kalen raising his sword over a kneeling robed figure. The face is smoothed away. Surrounded by symbols of peace, doves, scrolls, olive branches. The inscription says the war truly ended with his blade. So, that's kind of what you see. I'll try to post all this.
Just in the interim, while you're trying to post all that, I'll just turn the other two and, kind of drawing attention to the 7th and just be like, I don't know if, somebody didn't want to remember who Sir Kalen struck down here, or if they're trying to hide the identity, but this looks deliberate. Kind of pointing out the smoothness and almost deliberate eradication of the case.
As go ahead and roll perception, all of you.
The roll perception.
Yeah.
Ooh, that boy, Jake.
I can do stuff.
Nat 20.
Jake and Matt, I'll say this as you kind of look at the story beneath, like this freeze is telling. You peer over to the spirit, and it looks to be like pacing back and forth in front of the wall here. Occasionally, it will like look at the wall and try to like panic looking around, and then it'll like pace back and forth, and it'll kind of bend down to like inspect the wall and get up and kind of pace again. And
I'm looking at you guys on this one. You guys, I solved the last puzzle. Kind of.
I would say Jake, then you see it. James, you don't. You're kind of just looking at the freeze still. I'd
Staring
say.
around like, this is cool looking.
But you two see it.
This is some kind of story, guys.
So which one is he pacing at?
The guy over here.
He's pacing over on this wall, right?
Yep.
Where? Wall? Oh, I didn't even see that guy. I was too zoomed in. So I'll go ahead and go over and read look at what he's pacing around at.
So the guy will kind of like stop, and as you kind of look into his face over the cloak, you like see nothing but like a void inside the hood. He kind of looks up and he's like, give me a second. You kind of see him kind of just look at you and be like, this place used to be a bastion of hope, a symbol for our Valen. We all look to Sir Kalen. Why did he do this to us? As he kind of like will walk away. And he's like, I witnessed it myself. I noticed Sir Kalen. I noticed he was in pain. I wrote it all down. I know the truth. As he kind of like looks at you. He's like, Sir Kalen was a good man. But he's no longer that man anymore. Something else. There's something else. As he kind of like...
What happened to him?
He kind of, I'll say what the things he sees, he's like an NPC. He kind of mutters the same things. Like, it's like almost like his NPC quote things. He just will mutter those over and over again. How he knows the truth. And, he wrote it all in his journal. And he believes Sir Kalen was a good man and is corrupt. Same thing.
Do you have the journal?
I'll say he kind of does the NPC pattern, and he'll like kneel down by the wall, get up, kind of look both ways, kind of go back to pacing. He's not hostile.
Guess as I'll come over as well. I kind of see that he's just repeating over and over and doesn't seem to be responding really. Do I notice anything in the area he keeps crouching and looking?
Sure. Go ahead and roll a investigation towards where he's looking specifically. Yes, Jake. It looks like as you kind of walk over here, you can see that one of the stones is loose in the wall.
All right. I guess I'll go and either try to push and or pull the stone. I don't know which way it's loose.
You can pull it out. Looks like
Okay.
it was pulled out, some put in, and so as you kind of pull it out, Jake, you find a mildewed but preserved leather journal bound with red thread. You guys are doing good on your rolls.
Cool.
Here,
I
let
will
me-
grab the journal and I'll throw it to Leon. Read this.
Let me look at which one's which. Okay, so you're giving it to Leon.
No, I'll pull it out and.
All right, get ready.
I was
get
just trying to get you involved, Jake.
I'm kidding.
All right, Jake, get your read on. It's called journal excerpts, whatever.
Damn, I should have given this to Leon. All right. I assume I'm pulling it out to and I'm looking at the last couple entries.
Yeah, sure.
So as I kind of thumb through it, I'll get to the back of the journal where I see the last bit of entries, and I'll start reading. Are these different pages? Or are they?
Nah,
If you will.
they're just like entries, but I'll say these pertain somehow to the wall in a way, as it talks about the
I
seventh
only-
victory and whatnot. And
I guess I only ask because it's entry 41 and then skips entry 42. Do I notice does it look like a page has been ripped out or?
oh, yes, there is. I guess I don't know. That was my fault, I guess.
Oh, okay. So it wasn't supposed to be.
Well, let's narratively say yes.
Okay.
I didn't even notice that.
So as I kind of flip through and I look at it, I go, and I'll read out loud to the group. I like school. Entry 41. The seventh victory is a lie. We were told King Phaedon came to surrender with honor, but I saw the glint of black iron beneath his robes. His emissaries spoke of peace, but behind their eyes was fear. They offered no scrolls, only binding sigils. Galen never saw the true trap, not then. Entry 43. At night, under the olive tree, Galen knelt with Phaedon. I watched from afar. The king whispered for hours. Galen's hands trembled, kept asking, "Why Rel's hollow?" No answer soothed him. Then he wept. That was the moment our hero began to break. Entry 44. When the star fell, I thought it an omen. Galen returned to the castle days later, ash staining his cloak. He did not sleep. He did not eat. At dawn, without proclamation, he entered the king's chambers and slew Phaedon in a single blow. King's final word was Elira? Elrya?
Elira. Elira.
Elira's name. Called it justice, called it triumph. The truth still screams in the stone. And then I'll kind of again, as I kind of flip back and forth, and I'll kind of be appears to be the final entry. Entry 45. Phaedon was no noble ruler. He was a warlock king, Desperate to silence the only man the people truly followed, he ordered the murder of Kalen's wife and child during the Hollow campaign. Knowing grief would either destroy or corrupt him, we built statues to Kalen as a savior, but we buried the truth beneath marble and myth. And I'll close the journal. I'll look back at the other two.
Something doesn't add up, though. Why would this man bring this world to sorrow such as this if he knew he was living a lie that everyone already knew they were hiding from him? From the world, I mean. Like, everyone thinks he's a hero, but yet look at now, like, what happened to make him do this?
Because I kind of, as you say that, and kind of going back up to, kind of looking back at the last entry, mentioning how killed Kalen's wife and child.
Well, yeah, I understand.
Kalen might not have been able to handle it.
Seems like he went on a tour of revenge.
He's marble and myth.
Hold on, out of game. So, Kalen wasn't the king, right? You said
No.
he was a warlock. He said.
Phaedon was the king,
Okay.
but he was secretly a warlock, a warlock like in disguise. Pretty much what the story told. He was like pretending to be a noble, just king, but he was in league with the warlocks that started the Dawn Wars.
That's what I'm getting. I'm getting Thalen and Kalen like mixed up.
It's Phaedon.
Or Phaedon. I don't know. The names sound very similar to me. That's why I was probably having a hard time understanding who was who.
As I hear all this, guy just thinks that what he's thought, where like, you can't trust people in power and stuff like that.
So, what are you guys doing, I guess? I don't want to hold your hand.
I guess, let me go back to... I kind of go back over to the gate, looking up at the, the freezes. Looking back at the last, the panel with the, face carved out of it.
Jake, while you're kind of standing in front of the frieze and the gate, go ahead and roll Arcana check. Yeah. All right.
I don't see shit. I mean, so, and now just, again, going back over the journal inserts of, hidden behind marble and myth. Can I tell what the friezes are made out of? Is it carved out of marble?
Yeah. I'll give that to you as a blacksmith and a whatever.
Crafter.
Crafter. Yeah, crafter. Matt just goes through.
That just kicks open.
Mm-hmm.
I'm tired of this. Boom.
Hey, you
Man.
fuckstick! Come open this door.
And just, I'm not saying I am. If I wanted to touch this smoothed over face, is it like within reach or is it?
Yes,
Or is it
actually,
like-
yes.
is it way
It
up?
kind of arches all the way down. You could touch the face.
Okay. Now, sorry, hold.
I don't know if you want me to just go ahead and post like the. I don't know. You have the journal. Do you want to like show it to everybody?
Yeah, I'll kind of pass it around to them.
So I'll kind of
now-
post it in the thing too.
Now, when you say it's smoothed over the face, you mentioned like chiseled before, but like, is it kind of like how like statues get when people like rub it smoothed over?
I'll just say it just looks
Or-
like somebody
or was-
chiseled out the face.
Okay, so it was deliberate. It wasn't like people pushing
Yeah,
at it
it's
or
just
touching it,
based off your
it wore it
previous
down.
rolls. You rolled well enough to know. Yeah, the fit. That's the only part of the freeze that's changed, and
Mhm.
it just the warlock face is chiseled out. What are you guys doing?
I'm reading.
Yeah.
Is there anything on the walls of his family?
No. Not that you know. No. It's just all. It looks like all major battles from the Dawn Wars.
Can I touch
Is there
the?
anything hidden behind them individually?
Go ahead and roll investigation. You can't tell.
So I'll kind of say like, is this the only place that you can stand and walk, or can you go to other places?
Huh. Are you guys struggling with this?
Is there something over here on this wall?
It's just no. It's just a.
I mean, I'll go ahead and
yeah.
touch
Go ahead
the
and
face.
try something.
ahead
James,
and, like,
I'll say
touch the face.
based off your. Go ahead and roll another investigation. There's no. You see nothing. There's no loose rocks. Nothing out of the ordinary, James. That area looks pretty clear. You're confident in that. So as you touch the face, nothing happens.
I mean, it doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't look like any of these freezes like move or get shuffled.
I'll say, you
Is
know
there
what,
something about the-
James and Matt, or Leon, you guys can go ahead and roll Arcana because you're kind of really up on this now.
I want to look at the inscription in particular about the Hollow Pact. Because the second one talks about how, like, the last...
God damn it.
Well, we gotta turn around, guys.
James,
Back in
roll
tomorrow.
Arcana.
There seems to be some magic.
I'll say this, James. Like based off like what you're trying to see and feel, it looks like there's a powerful ward, possibly protecting the entrance into here. It's not as simple as forcing you. You can't force open the gate. You just get this odd feeling that like there's a spell on this gate that you need to figure out how to like bypass it in a way or dispel it.
Okay.
Go-
So the last paragraph talks about how the king murdered his family, and they buried the truth behind that. And then the first couple of paragraphs you sent says that the second one is about that time, where called the Hollow Pact. So that would be the description where his family died. So I want to look at that one in particular of the 4.
There's 7. There's 7 panels on the frieze. No, all of them are battles of the Dawn War. There's none that like show his family. This is just what this guy saw.
No, I know it's not his family. I want to look at the one about him doing the Bone March and stuff. That says the Hollow Pact. That's the second one, right?
Blackfire Bastion's number 1.
Oh yeah. So the third one is the Bone March. Kalen leads a small force against a skeletal horde. The inscription below says.
Okay. I'm sorry. I'm looking at this as all like 4 things you sent to me, not like one thing.
That was the journal that Jake had.
A hollow pact is the 4th one. That's the one you want to look at, right?
I want to look at the Hollow Pact because that was supposed to be. That's what it's talking about in the end, in the entry in the journal.
Kalen slays
the
a
final
bloodlord who tries to lure him into necromantic bargains. Temptation met only steel.
Is there anything behind it? That's what I'm asking. Is there something hidden in there behind it? Because that would be when he transformed.
I would say you can't reach that one. That one is like the part of like the top of the arch. So I'd say like it's impossible to reach. Go ahead and roll investigation with disadvantage just because it's so high and this is like a 50-foot like thing. I'll say you don't see anything off particularly. Again, I would say just based off Artemis saying what is said, the only thing that seems off about the frieze is the 7th panel.
I guess I want to look. Can I find Faden's face that got chiseled off? I guess I want to like look around.
So the panel that there's a face of a warlock. His face got chiseled off.
Which I'm assuming is Faden, just based off of the journals and everything.
Okay. So you could touch that panel and be around that panel.
Yes, but I guess again, Corey, like how was it chiseled off? Does it look like it was just broken off, or does it look like?
I would say I would say somebody used like a hammer and a chisel, just chiseled the face off, trying to maybe hide who. I guess roll intelligence.
I mean, okay. I don't think you're quite. I guess I'm asking not necessarily. Does it look like it was broken off in pieces, or does it look like maybe it was broken off in one piece?
No, just by pieces.
Okay, so like, there's no. I'm not gonna find a marbled face that I could like put on there and be like, oh look, hey.
No. Oh yeah, I know what you're trying to say. Yeah, they'll say like right where you're standing, there is no like broken pieces. It looks like there's nothing around where you've walked, nothing like that.
Yeah, I mean, I will turn to the other two and just be like, just based off of this journal and kind of looking at everything, I assume that this final final panel, I assume is the king. I don't know if they're trying to hide the king's identity or, if it was an instruction by whatever Kalen has become now to get rid of it. But this journal says that Faden was a warlock king.
All right, Jake.
Do I know
When
anything
you
about
wait,
about
when
him
you
because I'm from here?
say the name Faden near where you're standing, the arch reacts, or the freeze reacts and glows, and starts to pulse.
Bloody Mary, do I have to say it 3 times? But I mean, do we all notice the pulse? Or is it just
Yeah. You guys all kind of see the gate react. Seems like you're missing a little something to go with it. It's reacting, but nothing's like, the ward isn't like broken.
Hmm.
Is Kalen losing his sword over a kneeling rope?
I feel like I made this too hard. Let me know if you need a hint. It's like I want to give this to you because, Jake, you kind of did it already, but you just didn't do it all together.
Okay, I guess I'll touch it and say Faden.
There you go. All right. So, Jake, when you put your hand on the mural itself and say Faden, the mural starts to shudder and crack open and shift to reveal the freeze changes now, where it will now show Kalen weeping now as he strikes the king. Not triumphant. And then behind him, you can see now Kalen has shadowy tendrils stretching up, foreshadowing the Dark Heart's influence. And as that happens, you can see the gate unlock and open up to you. When the gate opens, you feel a flood of magic triggered, as you could feel a memory wash over you, and you see like a vision of the past almost. You clearly are in the present, but in the past as well. As you can see now, Sir Kalen clad in radiant armor as he rides toward the gate. You could see cheers erupting from the battlements. You could see children holding flowers. You could see soldiers saluting him. He walks unchallenged into the city, and as the gates close behind him, you can now start to hear screams rise. As you can see now, flames crackle, and the same gate now bursts open again, but this time not with reverence. Kalen is now covered in blood as he leaves, and everybody's dead. Go ahead and everyone make a wisdom save.
Ah!
Oh. Shah! Alright, so Jake and... Alright, so... You got... It's so funny that you did that, Jake, with aid, but you no longer, guys, can benefit from temporary hit points. So, I guess I'll keep the aid up for now, but anything else you do for aid, like in this area, or like try to add more temporary hit points, you can't do it anymore. You also start to hear like joyous sounds, laughter, music, and then it starts to cause like an unease. So like the joy, the laughter and the music and the joy turns to like screams and howling and pain as you walk through this fort now from now on, Jake and Maximus. So you guys will now from now on have disadvantage on all your concentration checks, and you both can't benefit from temporary hit points anymore. So write that down.
I got hit by this too.
No, you're good, Matt. Sorry, I feel like I made that puzzle a little too hard. So as you kind of walk in, you can kind of see flanking the gate are two giant statues. They look like cloaked paladins, like they look like paladins of old. And as you look at their eyes, it looks like they have inset with silver stones. Looks like one is holding a scroll, but the other one looks like it was holding something, but it's now on the ground before you, and it looks like a broken horn that like broke in two. So go ahead and roll Arcana and Religion, or Religion, all of you.
You said either or?
Yeah.
Man. It's rolling like dick right now.
You rolled a 1, James. You fart.
Arcana. What it was either Arcana or Religion.
Yeah.
All right, we did 1 and 1. All right, I guess I'll go with Arcana again.
All right. So Leon, Matt, as a paladin, in training, you knew these statues, especially since you're a soldier and a paladin in training. These statues were normally enchanted to bless travelers passing through, but it no longer looks like it has that blessing. As that happens, you can see this spirit like come up to this, like, I'll say narratively, the broken horns here. Like I said, this statue's holding a scroll, this one's holding a broken horn. The soul will kind of look at it and bend down and be like, if only somebody could mend this with magic or use tools to repair it, to make the statue whole again. And he kind of gets up and does his NPC thing.
Well.
I'll look at the group and go, well, all right, I guess I'll get to work.
Yeah, right.
So, if anyone has the mending spell or smith tools, you can do. Do any of you have that? I guess.
I mean, hold on. I don't know if I technically thought I had Smith's tools, but I guess I technically don't. I don't know.
All right, I know that you make shit and all that, but I'll say narrowly, because you don't have Smith's tools or that spell, you're unable to repair it.
I have a hammer.
I've got a rock.
I thought Jake had Smith's tools, so this is mainly for him.
I also thought I had Smith's tools, but again, I mean, I just kind of made the character.
What does your guy have?
What does your L5 see?
I mean,
Tools,
Should have
loot,
Smith's
lyre,
tools,
you have jeweler's tools, smith's tools. Yeah, you do have
those
them.
are. Well, is that what I actually have? I don't see it in my inventory. I guess that's why I have proficiency.
No, they're over here in your tool stuff.
Oh, okay. Well then, yeah, I got Smith's tools.
Okay. So Jake, I want you to. Are you gonna try to repair it?
Yeah.
All right. So I need you to roll a DC Smith Tools check. I guess. Is that a thing? Can you roll smith tools?
Yeah, it should be connected to one of your abilities. Like when I
Yeah.
roll my healer's kit, it's connected to
I've
medicine.
never used this before, so I was kind of excited to try it.
No, it's like the same thing as when I use my thieves' tools.
Yeah.
It's
So
like connected to my sleight of hand and stuff.
yeah. So uh, Jake, if you put it in, you should be able to maybe just click it. I think. If you go to proficiencies, I think, and click Smith Tools, you can roll.
Oh yeah, you should be able to. Yeah, because I can do it with my playing cards, like that.
Yeah.
Right, but how did you do that?
So go down to
beneath your skills, you'll see
proficiencies.
See proficiencies. Yeah,
Okay,
just click
so
it and then
click on
pick the
tools.
stat
Okay.
you're using for it. Yep.
And then, I mean, I pick any stat?
Oh, that was Matt. I was gonna be like, God damn it, you rolled a 1.
God, I whooped your ass in solitaire or in fucking war right there, Matt.
I mean, does it matter what I pick? What do I?
Click Smith
I would
Tools
say it'd
and
be
then click.
dexterity.
Yeah, just I don't know. What is Smith Tools?
Drop down. That's what I'm trying to look right now.
It looks like it is.
Any ability check you want
Oh,
in your craft. You can use whatever you want.
Oh,
I didn't know that.
right?
That's what it says on here.
Sing to the horn.
Proficiency of the set of arts and tools lets you add your proficiency bonus to any ability checks you make using the tools of your craft. Each set of tools requires its own proficiency. Yep.
Oh, should I select charisma? Like, what do I?
I don't fucking know. Just pick something.
Yeah.
I'll be honest. I didn't know. I thought it just it's already put into something.
All right, I guess I'll just select charisma if I can select anything. Is that what you said, James?
Yep.
All right.
All right. So, Jay,
Well, still didn't do great.
Artemis, I say it takes time, but you're able to, put this thing together. And the horn, it looks pretty well put together. Now, the spirit kind of looks up at the statue and it'll be like, only if there were someone strong enough to bring it up toward the statue, place it in his hand.
Oh, I've done my part.
I got +7.
Back the fuck up.
I stand up and put my great sword down and against the wall and come over.
So, James, go ahead and roll athletics. Just to pick the thing up. All right, so yeah, you kind of put this thing over one shoulder, and you go ahead and roll. I'm trying to step out of the water and do different shit with this stuff. Go ahead and roll. I guess you could roll athletics again to climb this thing. Don't you get bonuses for being a champion?
I'm not a champion.
Oh yeah.
I'm a Eldritch Knight.
Alright. I'll say, it takes time, but as you kind of get up, you strain a little bit, but you kind of get up to the point where the hand is holding it, his hand is open where you place the horn there. As you do that, it looks like the statues awaken briefly, and it looks like the blessing that Matt noticed that isn't there anymore is there, and now you all get once per day. You can re-roll a failed death save or automatically stabilize a dying ally. I would say for this area.
The whole castle ground.
Yeah. I'll say for the day.
Okay.
I'll put it there. So you guys have that boon. Just remember too, you guys also have the debuff thing too.
Yeah. What was the disadvantage again?
You
No
have a-
gaining,
yeah,
temporary
so-
HP.
Here.
Which, by the way, 8 is not temporary.
Yeah. So
it's not considered temporary hit points, but
okay. Yeah. So you just can't gain temporary hit points, and you get
I got that.
Disadvantage on con.
Yeah.
Right.
Disadvantage on concentration checks, which might suck for you. I don't know.
Okay.
All right. So the spirit will kind of look up and then look at you three with the void underneath his hood, and he says, "You know, it's been years since I've seen these statues grant their blessing. Thank you for letting me witness it one last time." What are you doing?
What did you say appeared when they came together?
The statues came alive for a moment and granted you the blessing.
Oh, okay, so nothing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Matt's religion, he noticed he's familiar with these statues, that, it's like a paladin thing. Or cleric or healing or whatever. It's, normal for places like this to have boons and stuff as you leave and go.
I guess I'll keep looking around, and then as I'm walking, I keyblade my sword back to my hand from over there.
Okay.
What are they trying to tell us here? Are we trying to empathize with him?
I'll say this, yeah, they look like wandering spirits or souls. Like, almost seems like they're trapped here.
Well, so we can't push on forward?
Yeah, you can go forward.
I say we keep going.
I guess is this rap soul like doing anything?
He will kind of just like look at you and be like, "I remember the day he came in. We greeted him for ending the war. For showing us what the king really was. He was in league with the other 6 warlock kings. We believe he saved our Valen, only to be consumed by the dark heart." He kind of like looks down and he's like, "I'm one of his victims. Slayed right here in a place that we considered sacred. Be wary, this place isn't so sacred anymore. Only death looms."
They're looking at me like, what exactly is the Dark Heart?
He's gonna NPC and kind of just do his thing. I don't want these jabronis fucking telling you everything. They're just fucking NPCs that just like spout nonsense. Like old memories, maybe like of their last memories, or something that they're hooked to, or maybe were connected to. Like the man with the journal, or this guy maybe had something to do with the statues. This guy was a victim of Sir Kalen in a way. Just type of shit like that.
They're echoes of the people that once were.
Yeah. Alright, so as you guys press forward, this took me forever to make. You guys come into the whole of what the fuck is this place called again? God damn it. You guys, this place is also, by the way, known as Helgar's Gate. So I kind of left this part open to wherever you guys want to go, you can go. Let me change the music maybe to something different. Is that the one I wanted? We'll go with that for now. So yeah, you kind of come into this keep, a place that used to be sanctuary to the people of Arvalen. It's now in ruins. You can see skeletal corpses. You see spirits just wandering around aimlessly. It feels silent. You feel death loom everywhere. A place that once felt happy and protected is now just a tomb to all these people that were victims of Sir Kalen. Once great hero. So all 4 of these places are kind of like my big dicks place, my points of interest, if you will. This is kind of like an overworld thing. So if you're like, hey, I'm going to the Black Garden, it'll be a whole thing. If I want to go to the chapel, it's a whole thing. You know, they're all like separate little things that I put. But I'll say this, I'll say as you guys come here, in this area in particular, you kind of are pulled away to the past again as you kind of see like troops and like people lined up in lines. Is like you see people yelling and cheering as their soldiers return safely home, almost like in a parade fashion, as Sir Kalen is leading, waving to everyone with a smile on his face, leading his men back from battle as he comes to recoup. As you could see the love and admiration these people had for their soldiers and their men that fought in the Dawn Wars to protect them. This was a place that they would gather to welcome their troops, and, you know, as it fades away, now you see this, just nothingness, death, emptiness.
I think we should make our way to the Chapel of Flame. I believe that, I don't know if I know the name of that.
You don't, but
I think we should make our way over to this chapel. I think we'll find a lot of answers there. Sir Kalen seems to have been a righteous man at one time. I'm sure of a lot of his fellow beginnings might come from there.
Sounds good.
Alright. So you guys are like Final Fantasy VII, like open world walking over there. I'm just moving you. Alright, so
I play the organ and open up a secret.
So
Leon's gonna go ahead and he's gonna probably look around here and like see what god they followed, like what is this place, anything of like religious propers that are around here.
Okay, hold on real quick. So as you kind of come in here, you can see like a huge open chamber. Far back at the end, it's another map, so you guys got to continue forward, but you see like giant stained glass windows in the back. In the main focus of this, you could see a huge silver statue of Sir Kalen kneeling in prayer, one hand extended to the altar, and the other hand like holding the sword, a giant sword out. As you walk in here, you can see another vision play out. As you can see Kalen now busting through the door, defending civilians of the chapel. His voice is calling orders, civilians crying out for help. only to be like fast forward years later, you can see the same man walking out of the chapel dripping in blood as he slays the people and the priest who once blessed him. Everyone roll an insight check. I gotta get rid of this dude. You don't see shit. James, I'll say as you see the little like replay of Kalen walking out covered in blood, you can see that he is weeping.
So Kalen, we saw Kalen saving these people, but now we're seeing him killing them?
Yeah, like a time he was saving them during the war, but he came back consumed by the dark heart, killing them all. But as he left, James, you noticed that he was crying.
Seems some small part of him regrets what he did here.
The dark
Not that it
heart.
matters.
You didn't say we don't know exactly what the dark heart is yet, right?
No. It was like a cursed relic that was protected in the Radiant Temple. That's really, and then he stole it. I remember the bard
We shouldn't
telling
pass
you about
judgment until we have the full story, Maximus. This cursed heart, black heart, it could be doing exactly that. It could have cursed him, forcing him to do something he didn't want to. We already know warlocks are in play, and you should know more than anyone how foul they can be.
I'll also say, kind of as you're here, you feel like this haunting choir. Like, I guess the song can play with this.
So wait, am I seeing this correctly? So you're saying there's a statue of him? So what? They all worshipped him?
I don't know. You could look at it any way you want. But real quick, there's like you feel this haunting choir kind of as you kind of step in here. You just hear like whispers of like distant hymns, and you could just hear like almost like it just singing around you and whispers around you, but you can't quite see it. Matt, as you get closer to the statue, you notice that the statue is of Kalen, and he looks like he's weeping blood from his eyes. And as you get closer to the altar, you feel like a warmth coming from the altar.
What is this feeling of? I kind of will like touch the blood.
You want to go up to the statue?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so I guess your guy goes over here. I'll say, Matt, before you do that, as you do that, you could see a spirit kind of reveal itself. As the spirit will look at you, Leon, and say, kneel before the altar and confess a failure, a sin you committed before the altar and the people.
Sin I failed?
A sin or a failure.
I mean, I'll kneel down and talk about my failure for that village that I couldn't save.
Or source of guilt. So, I guess, go ahead and RP it. I don't know if Jake knows the story.
So I'll kneel down and I don't remember the name of the city, Corey.
It's all good.
But I'll kneel down and I say that I admit my failures and it was a failure that I needed to all those I failed in that village that day when the demons attacked. I wasn't strong enough. I couldn't grow the strength to defend those people. Some got out, luckily, but most of them failed, including the dog I couldn't save. But as far as I know that I could carry that weight. Though it's heavy, I will continue to walk forward.
So he says, "Well done, my child." As he now the spirit puts out his hand, and you gain inspiration, which you already have it. But you also gain
I get ultimate super inspiration.
I don't know if it stacks, but you get a ward against fear while you're here, Matt.
Well, if I was already a fucking paladin, I'd have no fear.
Well, you're not. So, Matt, you got a ward against fear for... Okay.
Alright.
As the spirit will, like, kind of now, like, just NPC there. So you want to go up to the statue now?
Yeah, I want to touch the purple red penis.
So you see the statue bleeding, but you also see like a glass shard, and the shard you want to take the shard.
Can I do that like gay thing that you see everyone do in movies where they like look like they're about to touch it, but then they apprehensively like pull away just at the last second? Can I do like one of those things?
Sure. I say as you almost touch it, you feel like it whispering to you, but you can't quite make out what it says.
I'll pick it up.
All right, Matt. So write this down, all of you. Matt, as you pick up the shard, it says oath. And so it says oath, and something whispers out loud to all of your ears. I swore upon sunlight and steel, but I never asked what I'd lose to keep those vows.
I swore upon sunlight and steel, and what?
The key is oath. The key is oath, but I'll write it down. But you have a shard that says oath on it. Okay?
I found a shard that says oath on it. Given how this place has been, I'd imagine it goes to some puzzle we'll see in the future.
Okay.
Come on, I wish to learn more about Sir Kalen's past.
Okay. Alright, so as you guys press on forward, you come into the back part of the chapel. And again, you see more pews, and you see, I'll say the main thing that stands out is seven, I just said it. 7, what kind of glass is it again?
Pane?
Like a
goddamn
it.
pane?
Yeah, a stained glass window.
So Corey, I'm gonna come up here, and I'm gonna like kneel down and say a prayer to all those that died, and that I am going to speak specifically to Torm, and I'm gonna pray. Again, I don't know how to pray right without fucking doing some chat GPT stuff, so I'm gonna just say narratively, like my guy says a prayer to them, essentially speaking about that justice needs to be unveiled here, and that if I ask for him to grant me the strength to either save or slay Sir Kalen.
Okay.
I feel
Matt,
like it fits me to do that here.
Matt, I'll narratively say, as you kind of kneel down through the crack of the wood, you see
Another betrayal. Is that another glass pane? Or
Yeah, you
stained
see
glass?
another glass pane, and you see, it does say betrayal on it. And you also see like a tucked away journal, in the broken altar.
I pick it up and I launch it to Jake. I'll pick up the journal and the stained glass.
Okay.
And I'll actually ask Jake to come over here, not to read the journal, but I'll say,
So write this
you
down.
bet.
Real quick. Go ahead. Sorry.
I kind of look to Jake and I'll say, I think it's best if you hold on to these stained glasses. It's like, you know how to handle material probably better than me. And with these metal gloves, I don't want to break them. I don't know, maybe your artisan self can, fucking put it somewhere safe.
All right.
So I just have a feeling I'm going to get launched and I'm going to break them or some shit.
Right.
At least you're a far away fighter, so you won't break them as easy as somebody who's over here meleeing shit. I don't know, maybe I'm being overcautious, but whatever.
So, Matt, as you take the journal and hand it over to Artemis.
No, I'm going to read the journal. I'm just giving
Well,
him the stained
I know.
glasses.
As you hand him the stained glass, you can see and hear betrayal. And in your ear, you hear... Hold on. Fuck.
What about Shushar the Awakened?
Oh no. Hold on real quick. I lost my thing.
I'm about to get sent to the Shadow Realm.
I lost the fucking saying thing. Give me a second. Fuck, where is it? Oh no.
Fuck him. Fuck him.
Oh, okay, so you hear, they gave me silence. The heart gave me a name to scream into the void.
Is that something we need to write down?
Just write betrayal.
So I'll read the book, the journal.
Okay, it's up there.
I don't see it.
It is Ash and Dawn.
Oh. First came the vow, bright as dawn. Did we not read this already?
No.
Then fire answered flame. He brought peace in the hearth, but peace cannot last. The king's tongue whispered doom, and grief turned to blade. A heart was taken, a crown was shattered, and the sun weeps still.
I'm gonna be honest, I think I fucked up. Like
I'm puzzled, like, if I'm supposed to feel sorry for the king, or is there something that happened to him too? It's like, I don't know who's really bad and who's really, like, corrupted.
I'm gonna say this. This might be a good spot to call it, because I need to, like, backtrack and figure out the puzzle again, because I lost it. But, this will probably be a good spot to stop. But yeah, you guys are finding these shards in this place and learning more about Sir Kalen. But yeah, I think this is a good spot. It's late anyway. But yeah, that's it for now.
I mean, I'm definitely getting Anakin and Palpatine vibes.
I don't know who's Palpatine. He killed the fucking
Yeah, but the
king.
king was like a noble king that, like, you know, goes good before, and so everybody thought. I mean, it's pretty much Palpatine. And he's really fucking
Or he did
warlock
say he
the whole
got
time.
Vader. This guy's supposed to be Vader.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm getting Anakin and Palpatine vibes from the king.
But all right, I'll admit I forget what each thing fucking means. God damn it! But I'll find it in my notes. I have a lot of notes. So, but anyway,
What?
whenever you guys are ready, I think I have enough to play again, like another session's worth at least.
Okay. I am going home tomorrow during the day for Father's Day to eat lunch with my dad and stuff, but I should be back at night. So if you guys do want to play tomorrow night, I'll probably be back.
I'm gonna say I'm out for tomorrow, just because it is Father's Day.
Oh yeah, duh.
But which I totally forgot about until Rachel was like, "Hey, what do you want to do tomorrow?"
Monday, I should be good though. If you guys.
Yeah, I should be good Monday. Play.
Likewise.
I gotta do some podcast shit with E-Man tomorrow anyway, so.
Just let me know when you guys are ready.
Okay.
All right, later.
Hey,
Later.
All right, see you, bud.
Talk to you.